Hello, tea people. An interesting white tea today from Yunnan sourcing. This was bought from their US site before I guess during the shenanigans that have been happening with tariffs geopolitically. So if you are out there, there's plenty, I think, of spring harvest tea yet to purchase. Go ahead and check this one out. This one's really interesting for me. Let's go ahead and start brewing. Look at those colors. Really different. Come on. Gonna let this one hang out for quite a bit of time. So this is a special subtype of a wild tea tree, the Ishung wild tea tree. This is the sweet subtype, according to Scott's site, yunnansourcing.us. This tea, it took 5 people 18 days to collect 32 kilograms of this unique tea. The color on this is about as white tea as you would expect. And the aroma on this is just incredible. It is tropical fruit and eucalyptus. And I've had this tea once already before. And it's a really fun one. Getting here again. Cheers. This to me tastes like a good wet sauna with like a peach lychee iced drink. Pretty obviously. So good. Okay, of the white teas that I purchased, I think I got 4. This one was my favorite one. The grams on this, so it's 11 bucks, 11.50 I think for 25 grams. So it's not the cheapest, but this one's so interesting and fun and different. And the profile is really, really interesting to me. Really uncommon to get such a sweet eucalyptus flavor out of a tea, in my experience. Skipping the jaw hide this time. This is going to sound very spoiled because it is. When we were starting our business, I lived abroad in Colombia and subletted my place out to make some money basically off of it because I had no money, losing money every month. A little bit of savings, but not a lot. And in Colombia, in the place that we rented out, I shared it with a bunch of different folks, and we in the same like building there was a wet sauna, and that wet sauna had eucalyptus, and it is just, that is what this is. I remember having good conversations with friends in there. That wet sauna, it was like drinking this is like being right back. It's so cool. This is so good. Ah, man. Yes. The only thing it could be, to bring into 11 would be just a little bit of a thicker viscosity. You could probably work on that. Let's see if I can push it this last steeping. Scott says on the site that this one can go for a bit longer, and I think it will definitely like stay sweet and springy and fresh. This one does not have a lot of vegetal. It has more spring shoots and soft, sweet, starchy spring flavors. So like the green of it is not crisp, but more mellow, more mid-toned, a bit more creamy maybe, but it's not dairy creamy. It's a kind of like starch starchy, clean, creamy. Man, yeah. I mean, it's just like sipping on flowers, and so delicious. Rose. Okay, he's saying rose on the nose on this one. I definitely don't agree with that at all. Yeah, for me this is like strong eucalyptus. I actually really don't like rose, and I really like this one. So go let this one hang out. That was boiling water, and with oxidized, more heavily oxidized white teas, which the ones from Scott that I've had this year are not. They are very lightly oxidized, which means that the drying process probably happened quite quickly. So with more heavily oxidized white teas, I learned this from this tea master in Shinjuku in Tokyo who was making Chinese gongfu cha, and he would just use boiling hot water and actually just brew through. I'm in the chahai, but I'm not zoomed in on the shot. Brew through the chahai back into the gaiwan over and over again, like 4 times before the white tea was ready. But that would be for white tea where the complexion of the liqueur would be not clear, but instead a brown, much oranger, rather. The eucalyptus, that smell. I'm just like suddenly wearing a towel in a steam room. It's crazy. Love that about tea. So yeah, so these ones usually need to be a bit more finicky in terms of the greener ones, the ones that are less oxidized. I think they have greener notes in them, and they brew out at boiling temperatures a little bit differently. Sometimes they can be bitter or astringent in a way that I don't enjoy. Whereas those orange white teas that have been more oxidized, that have more almost black tea fruit and oolong flowers, those ones are going to be just fine, pushing as hard as you possibly can. Cheers. And unlike those, man, yes, unlike those lightly oxidized white teas from Yunnan sourcing, this one you can push hard, and it is just syrupy thick and so sweet. Man, one of those things where you get it and you're like, dang, I wish I had more of this. So good. Scott said that we can push this. Let's try to push this. Boiling water once more. Let's let it hang out for a little bit longer. You know, there's no basiness on this really, but it's got a mellow roundness to it. Again, it's not on that crisper profile. It's more mellow, soft, more excuse me, more oolong-y almost in some of the kind of floral notes on this one, and then that eucalyptus herbaceous. It's like eucalyptus is not. It is herbaceous, but it's floral and sweet, and it has that in this. Really fun. Thanks for tuning in and being here with me, everybody. This was a fun one. Check this one out. 1 kilo, $330. Okay, now that's a lot. 25 grams for $11.50. 100 grams is $40. 40 cents a gram at 100 grams. So, a treat, but a fun tea. I think that this might be, I don't know. This is an uncommon profile for me to get to, and I've had quite a few teas. So, definitely a fun one. Really easy drinking. Hard to mess this one up. Very noob friendly. Quality is there. Hats off to Yunnan sourcing on this one for sure. Really good. Really fun. Man, the aroma on the nose is just crazy tropical fruit. Like, my gosh. Like red starburst, fruit punch, sweet, just crazy fruity. My goodness. This continues to please on the nose. That was probably maybe 45 seconds of boiling water there. Of water steepage words. Flavor's still nice. Viscosity is turning. Excuse me. But still, maybe from like a 6.5 to a 5 now. But for a white tea, this is really nice. Fourth steeping, and this is definitely where it's going to be done. Although maybe you could boil this to get something else out of it. Yum. That's all I gotta say on this one. Of the white teas, this is my favorite white tea. Of the four that I purchased. Again, personal preference here on this for sure. Profile on this is just really fun and sweet. Might have to bring this on to have James take a look at this one. Again, just mom test for days. If you if you are trying to get into tea and you know the cost per session is not so important to you, the enjoyment per session is high, I think the cost per session on this is versus the enjoyment per session on this is really, it's nice. You can go ahead and get 25 grams of this one and really enjoy yourself for $12. So that's like, I don't know how much, like a latte now at Starbucks. Okay, ramble, subscribe to all the stuff. Hey, thanks for listening, watching, observing, drinking along with me. Go pick this one up, and we'll see you next time. Bye.